All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ruchi Take Profit, and I'm here with a live trade video. So I'm gonna be showing y'all, walking y'all through my pretty much my day-to-day trading life. Or my trading routine per se. It's 8:24 right now. I kind of got in here slightly late, but first thing I do, I usually check the news, see what we have coming up today. So for me, it's 8:25. So technically at 9 a.m. for me, we're gonna have some price, some news, some red folder news. So usually I'm more cautious with these days. Only because I usually might not get an entry at 8:30, but I might get one at 9, so it could turn into a long video. But if it is long, I'm just gonna cut it short, rearrange this a little bit more so y'all can see me. You know what I'm saying? More focus. Show y'all a little bit of what's going on. Yeah, man, we finna get straight into it. I wanted y'all to see the lights a little bit. Gonna brighten it up in here. I think I'm gonna change the color to green for some money motivation. If you understand, catch my drift. Got the money sign right here. You know what I'm saying? All about making that green cheddar cheese. But let's get into it. It's 8:26. Let me stop wasting time. I mean, it's the day before Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure volume might not be the best, but all we can do is try, right? So we're gonna see. So for today, November 27th, the high of the day is resting here. I told you about that, guys. If y'all watch my recent video, pretty much finna just kind of go in fast motion. If you didn't see my last video, go watch it. So I'm pretty much finna go fast motion so I get in, kind of explain everything as I go along. Oops. Get these high of the days and the lows of the days. That was just one. I don't know how I keep spelling that wrong. Get right. All right. Let me look at the 4 hours, see what's going on here. Be cautious of all this. I see a 4 hour. All right. There's also a 4 hour here as well. It's been hit twice. So you got a 4 hour that's been rejected twice. God damn it. You gotta bear with me. Hopefully this music don't get me cooked up. I ain't gonna lie. We might have to go. I don't think y'all can hear the. Y'all don't hear the. Y'all don't hear it. Y'all don't. I don't see it on here. So we got 2 4 hour order blocks kind of going back and forth. But once we get to this point, we just kind of see what is the overall trend. Price literally has been trending on a consistent upwards basis for God knows how long. So I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the M trend. I'm gonna pretty much ignore this because it's been ignoring a lot of 4 hour order blocks. As you can see here, it's been ignored multiple times. So it seems like it's only getting weaker and weaker, right? Now we have a little bit of buy stop liquidity here as well. So as so far I'm seeing bullish, but I'm gonna be paying attention to both ends. I have a 1 hour order block here as well. Kind of just continuing the trend. I'm really liking buys. Usually to the side, I kind of put buys versus myself, see what has more confluence. But for today, we're just going to pretty much, I'm just going to be explaining everything to y'all. I'll make sure I open up all my trading apps. Be ready to go. But yeah, this is going to be something to watch for sure. I'm trying to see how prices are reacting to the bigger time frames. Like I said, I'm not going to really be watching this as much. I don't really like a lot of noise on my chart. As we lock in here, we'll see that price is closer to the low of the day, so price could be shooting up. This also is another buy stop liquidity line. Kind of lock in a little bit more. 30 minutes is also aligning with this 1 hour. And then we also have a 15-minute 200 EMA with a 15-minute order block here as well. So it's looking very bullish for me. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We're going to see how price opens. I like an entry here at that 15-minute order block if I can get it. Have my stops below the 4-hour order block in the low of the day. And here we go. Let's see.
Order filled.
I don't know if it's really rejecting. Kind of got an early entry there. Probably wasn't one of my favorite entries. But let's see how it reacts. I'll probably get a better entry on my other account here. But since it's a holiday week, I'm not gonna really be going too crazy. Yeah, you see that 4-hour order block. It just shot through the low of the day. Just seeing how this rejects here. That entry was pretty rushed, not gonna lie. Yeah, no. Are you okay? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. You got this 30-minute 200 EMA. It's kind of not how I wanted to just start my thing off. Let's see. I want to see something here. You got the 200 EMA from that 30-minute order block down here as well. So let's just see something here. That was super volatile, and it just kept falling. But luckily, I put it on the account. I did it on the account I really been had. I didn't put it on my new challenge. I trade 2 funded accounts. I trade 250Ks. One is on TradeAvate, one is on Top Step. I'm gonna see if I can just get a better entry in general for buys. If not, we're gonna have to look for the sells. I will say though, price has been failing to swing higher throughout the night. You know, throughout London session. But I'm just trying to see where some buy opportunity is because we are in like an uptrend overall. But it looks like price wants to get some selling pressure, bearish pressure. So we're just gonna ride it out and see where we can get maybe a possible continuation sell off a breaker, or if this is a liquidity grab and we're gonna see some type of rejection. Okay, see a little bit of sell side liquidity here. Price rejected on the 1 hour, and it's 200 EMA. So I'm gonna try one more entry, and if it blasts me out, then we'll just be done for the day. But I can really see price really targeting this high today all the way, and look at that, price just shoots up. I'm gonna get a light entry on my other account right now. But actually, I'm just gonna trade one account today because I'm gonna just focus on one account today. I'll really start the next one maybe in a next week. I just don't want to be all out of focus. I want to just pay attention to what's going on right here, right now in front of me. So I give you guys a nice representation of my day. The markets haven't really been on my side like for the holidays. You know, this whole like last quarter has been a little on edge for me. It hasn't really been the most consistent, right? So I've just been lowering my risk a lot. You know, like me losing $300 isn't really that bad, but I really don't want to lose 2 times in one day. Yesterday I took a small loss as well. It's just price wasn't giving me good price action, and that's gonna happen sometimes. But I could definitely say that entry that I had it wasn't the most patient, so we'll take a hit for that one. Before is this one with the 30-minute 200 EMA being rejected and the 1 hour stop loss liquidity, sell side liquidity being hit and rejecting. We're just gonna see what happens. Honestly, for it to fall so fast like that within a minute is a little, it's a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. And price definitely has some uh 5 minute 200 EMA, and usually price likes to ride against that. So it'll just be things I'm looking at to where price definitely is gonna want to shoot up some, but I'm just gonna give it some breathing room. I'm gonna let it do its thing. But I do have a little trick that can kind of just help me confirm the direction of where price usually wants to go. So back in the day, I had this it was this trading group I was in, and pretty much what happened was it was a strategy. Like within 15 minutes, you can get more entries. Like it was like a super scalp method to where after 5 minutes the price of the candle drops, and then on the 6 and 7 minute it retraces. And so around the seventh minute, at around 8:37, you'll see a continuation down with this 5 minutes that would happen previous. So 5 minutes, you let it pick its direction. On minute 6, minute 7, price retraces, and then on the 7th minute to the 8th minute, you should see a big fall to continue downward. And if it doesn't continue downward and it goes up, that's a clear sign for me to know that I got a nice reversal entry. If it continues to push down at the 6th, 7th minute, then I'll probably just exit and pretty much be done. But yeah, doing these live trading videos on this quarter with this strategy is a little iffy, but I'm here to show y'all the real and the transparency between the little mistakes that kind of lead to you not being profitable, right? So this is the dark side of trading that a lot of people won't tell you about, but I'm here. I can tell you now that we're on this YouTube channel, but I definitely struggled before with results. It's easy to post those wins, but posting the losses as well is what gives, it's just real, bro. And that's how I learned. And I only watch people that show the real. I don't watch too many people that do the flashy stuff. It just it brought me into the game, but going through the mental process of it, you need real advice. You need real things happening. So we're gonna see what price is doing. It's giving a lot of back and forth. This is the 7th minute. If anything, price should be going further down. But the fact that it's struggling, we'll see what happens. But I really just don't plan on losing no more than $500 in a day. I'm just not. So it's just part of my rules. It seems like price has a lot of bearish pressure. And you see when I go down to the 1 minute, you can see the rejections as given. Let's just see. I'm trying to see and understand like the bearish price action from a bigger time frame. Because on a bigger time frame, it's just given like, okay, it still wants to go up. But that's why I said, there's news later on today. And usually around 9 o'clock, you have a nice answer because this 4 hour order block, it's either going to close above this 4 hour, close below. From there, I already know what's happening, right? I use things while I'm in the trade to kind of give me confirmation, which brings me to CNBC. See what colors we seeing today. So it's more like half and half. I look at Adobe, it's red. EA red. Alphabet class A's are green. I just kind of look at big names here. Netflix red, Microsoft red, right? So it's greens and red, but these companies I'm naming out, they're most likely red. So we'll just see. I just know price has like some room here to come back and give some sort of retracement, because price usually doesn't leave the opening. It doesn't leave the 5 minute in a 15 minute 200 EMA without ever touching it, if that makes sense. But we'll see. But price has like a lot of bearish movement, and it also has, CNBC not on my side. So that's just something I'll have to kind of note down. And I hopped in super fast, so we'll just see. We'll see after this next candle what it gives. But like even for the sellers, you know what I mean? Like what entry would have taken as a seller here right at this opening? There was no sell entry right for the 8:30 candle. The 15-minute order block is up here, right? By this failed swing line. So if I was gonna get a sell entry, it would have been up here. Price just opened, it just flew down. And so that's why I'm like here to grab the buy entry. And so that's what I was here for, to grab a buy entry. And that first one smacked me out. So I'm trying to see what the second one would do. Because if price is just gonna fall and it didn't have an entry trigger, then like bad price action, if that makes sense. If price is just moving and it's not making sense, that day is a bad price action day. Be careful and be wary of those things. But this account is in a good setting, in a good standing, so I'll rather just risk trading this one until conditions get better. Then I'll probably trade both of my accounts. But from a risk standpoint, I just like trading one. But enough talking. We're just gonna sit and watch, time lapse it for you guys, and we'll just see what happens. All right, guys. So what I just did there was I lowered my lot size, or I lowered my contract size to kind of reduce the risk, and I can actually get my 50-point stop loss back instead of that 30, because I usually like 50-point stop losses. And so the fact that I already took an L for today, I didn't want to risk $300 more and possibly miss out. Okay, so that's why I took out some, right, just in case this thing definitely wants to tank, I could save myself. Now the fact that price closed below all of these time entries, we're going to see if price wants to reject any of these 15-minute order blocks to continue going down. I really don't like paying attention to these way over here. I usually pay attention to something that's kind of recent, but I'm gonna see how price reacts. I'm gonna be watching, paying attention, and if it just starts going down too far, man, we're just gonna close this trade, call it a day, and we'll kind of see what really happened. Because I'm not understanding. Me personally, I won't understand that drop that happened, and it's pretty far away from a lot of important uh liquidity draw. Like this liquidity way up here. Um, it just didn't make sense. Honestly, the opening candle didn't make sense. And it's gonna happen sometimes, but this is why we're here to learn from it. We're here to study it, and I'm just gonna hold this one out, because one thing I learned, a lot of my re-entries, they do well, but I always end up psyching out of them because I'm down for the day. So we're just gonna hold our nuts on this one. We're gonna hold our kindness, let it play out, but I will be cautious of this order breaker block right here on the 15-minute. So with that being said, let's just watch.
Order filled.
Yeah, we had to get up out of there. Once I seen price close below the 1 hour, buys were completely out of my brain. Um, but let's look at it though, because this is where this is where you get stronger at. This is where you get better at, right? So things that went wrong. I entered way too fast. I entered super fast, and price wasn't ready to buy. But it was, ooh, excuse me, y'all. It was volatile. So I'm an aggressive buyer. I'm an aggressive entry getter. Like when I see price hitting my zone, when I see price hitting my zone, it's like I want to hop in. I don't want to miss my mark, right? So boom, when we came here and I seen this 15-minute order block, I just waited a little bit and see how price was gonna react here. And it started to react, but it really didn't bounce up. It was fizzling, right? I shouldn't have entered during a fizzle. Like a fizzle is just like, I kind of want to, ah, that's a fizzle, right? I'm so ready to get that buy, expecting it to buy, right? Expectations. And price continued to drop. Now, I mean, price closing below this 4 hour order block wasn't really nothing, right? Because I only pay attention to this 4 hour order block when price gets close to 9 a.m. because that is pretty much the start of the new 4 hour candle as y'all see here, right? So now, I mean, if you even wanted to get in now, obviously it's like prices already did its move. You could possibly get a breaker entry off a 1 hour or a 4 hour. But for me personally, I'm just done for the day because I already took like a $400 loss. Like that's kind of like already cooking it for me. I don't want to lose no more than 500. So that's just part of the plan. That's just how it goes. Um, but no, back to the entry. I mean, honestly, even for a seller, I'm not seeing no type of entry for a seller. So as a seller looking at this, it's like there was no entry. There was no entry for me to take from my strategy per se. Maybe for somebody else's, sure, right? But this 4 hour order block, I'm not gonna get an entry off a 4 hour order block right here because price hasn't given me a confirmation on if this is going to be a solidified order block in the first place. Does that make sense? Like for example, if price comes back up to it, I would pay attention because now we have a new 4 hour candle. But as 15 minute is a small time frame, price rejected off of this as well. So when I seen price come to this 30-minute 200 EMA and start pushing up, also I noticed it was a 1 hour order block here as well. So getting an entry at a 30-minute 200 EMA with the 1 hour order block was a pretty nice confluence to hop in for buys. It made sense to get a buy entry because the high of the day is way up here. We have buy stop liquidity as well. Now, things that was throwing me off, like we've had price going down for the night. But once again, where was going to be the entry for me as a seller? I didn't see it. So I went for buys. But once I seen price fizzle at my initial entry, and that was a stop loss, I should have just kind of waited until 9 to see what happens instead of getting another entry. So what we learned from today is, be more patient with the entries a little bit. Wait for an actual rejection. Number two, after if you take a loss within the first 30 minutes, wait until 9 o'clock to get some more confirmation before the second entry. Um, Third thing is like as a seller, where was I gonna get in? Now, if you see it in the comment section, please let me know. I'll learn from anybody. If y'all see something I didn't, it's fine. But for my strategy and the way I trade the market, there was no entry for me as a seller that made sense. That was gonna be good enough for a 100-point move. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I seen price fell in the swing higher here, but over a long period of time, it fell in a swing lower, right? Um, price just fell. Price fell. There was no news right there to even tap into. But once I seen how the news was handling everything, I was seeing a lot of a lot of red in the market when it comes to the stocks, top 100 stocks, right? So, I mean, honestly, can't bash myself too bad. Honestly, I just messed up on that entry. So yeah, now I'm finna just go do my journal. But this is the reality of trading. It's not all glitz and glamour. Sometimes you're gonna have some losses, and it's important that you learn from them. So, luckily, it was just on one account, so I didn't trade both of my accounts, which is okay because I really don't like trading two accounts. I just didn't feel it. It was a feeling saying, man, if I would have lost on two accounts, I would have been just slumped, right? But the fact that I just lost it on one account, I'm not really tripping on it. It happens. It's okay. So this is just kind of how I do my journaling. But I have my pictures and everything showing what I was looking for in the market, showing what happened, and oh shoot, hold on. This is from yesterday. This is from yesterday. This is from yesterday. But yeah, how I feel, I don't feel bad at all. I mean, I did what I could do. I managed my risk. We kind of say it was 50-50 on the good versus bad habits. Just had a bad entry. Bad entry. This is just what I do. This is just kind of how I kind of grade myself for the day. Just because I lost doesn't mean, um, you go beat yourself up in the corner. Loss means, what did you learn? Loss means, what are you not going to do next time? What's some things that you're going to note? Right? I'm always paying attention to news. It seems like when there's news in the market, like 9 o'clock just seems like a better time to just kind of get an entry. So moving forward, I'm thinking red folders at 9. I should just wait. Because every time I go back and look at my data, all my 9 hour news days, they seem to have a funny open, and that's kind of what we experience. But I did say that at the top of the video that that's a possibility, and it happened. So it's just a confirmation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's kind of pretty much how today went. Could have lost more if I would have had two accounts going, so I'm glad I didn't. And I'm honestly just gonna pay attention to this and see if it becomes a breaker entry, or is price just gonna fall with no real confirmation, at least with my strategy. Somebody else's strategy may have seen something different. But honestly, for me, I did not see anything that was worth taking because there was nothing at the opening bell that gave confirmation. So should have held out on the entry for the buys. But that was the only thing I seen the entry for today. But yeah, man. That's what comes with trading. That's what comes with trading. That's the ugly side of it. Still gonna post this video nonetheless because I need people to understand this is where Ruchi is battling the emotional side of what happens on the charts day in and day out. After this, I got a day ahead of me. Can't come back to the charts. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so we're gonna let Thanksgiving play out. Friday, we'll see what it looks like. I might not even trade Friday. But y'all probably won't get this video until Friday because I have a video posting today about my strategy in the first place. So you can see where my strategy works through the strategy video. And today just wasn't one of those days. But if I could have made sense for the sales, I would have felt a little bit better. But just not seeing a good entry point for sales is the only thing that kind of has me a little off guard, right? The 9 candle for even a rejection for the 4 hours already too far gone, right? But that's gonna be the video for today, y'all. If y'all like this video, make sure y'all leave thumbs up, comment down below what you thought of this video. Comment down below if you traded on this day, which was November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving. Give me y'all thoughts on trading holidays. And, yeah, man, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, man. Peace. Wait, actually, can't forget, put God first in everything you do. Keep grinding, keep growing. Till next time, peace.